Will skate shoe companies ever make a shoe that is really durable? Welcome back to Rad Rat Video, a channel where I sometimes sit around wearing a t-shirt with my own face on it and I answer your questions. These all come from radratvideo.com. You could submit your own on the homepage, and please do. I'm about to the end of the batch that I am filming today. So let's get into our questions. The first is from Jumbo Jim, who says, if you were in charge of making a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Greatest Hits collection, what would you include in it? Not an anthology or remastered edition of any of the games, but a collection of the best hits of the THPS series. As a parameter, let's include 5 challenge levels, 3 competitions, 1 secret level, 3 unlockable characters, and 5 of the songs that would have to appear in the soundtrack. Love your content. Have been really enjoying your GBA playthroughs of THPS. Do you think you'll do a Zero Stats THPS 4 on PS1? Maybe I will. I don't know when this will go up, but I am very shortly about to do that. I am already done as I am recording this. All right. So what I would really want is the originals just re-uploaded. Like, put them in the PlayStation Store. Let me play them as is. I've been playing some PlayStation 1 games on there, and like, they're just as they were, but they're upscaled. That's it. They didn't do anything. They didn't remake any graphics. They didn't do anything like that. And I know they can't do that with the Tony Hawk games because of all the songs, because of all the, like Spider-Man is in Tony Hawk 2. How are they going to get that? They would have to change it. That's what I would actually want. But to do a greatest hits type thing, to follow what you had to ask, let's figure it out. Okay. For the 5 normal challenge levels, as you call them, School 2, obviously, best level in the Tony Hawk series. Venice, also from Tony Hawk 2, because you can ollie the magic bum in that one. That's an all-time classic goal to do in the Tony Hawk franchise. Downtown from Pro Skater 1, which I was always very impressed by, is a really big, I know it's not impressive now, like the size of it or anything, the scope of it and different blocks that you can go down, but I always thought that one was cool, and you can go up on the roofs, you can go inside some of the buildings, just a really well put together stage. Suburbia, I think that one is pretty good for it's a Pro Skater 2 one, but you gotta like give the thin man the axe, and then you can go up and grind up on the roof, and that type of stuff is just a pretty cool one that I enjoy. And then San Francisco, I think that one is good too. Like there's a lot of, you start up really high and there's like stairs that go down. There's like different stages of things to do. There's the pier, there's all kinds of stuff. I just think that one is a classic. For the contests, I'm going to go with Skate Street from Pro Skater 2. That one is awesome because there's 2 secret places you can get to. If you grind the right thing, it opens a door and you can go outside, and there's more stuff to skate out there. I always thought that was very cool. Let's do Rio in Pro Skater 3 for kind of the same reason. Like, there's the main skate park. You can beat it, no problem, doing just a skate park. But if you veer off a little bit, you can climb up and you can get into different places, and there's like a hidden deck, but there's like stuff you can do outside of the actual skate park. And then Marseille in Pro Skater 2. Same thing. I like the secret stuff. I like that you can knock over a little piece of wood and you can get down in the basement in Pro Skater 2. So those are the contests. For the secret, I'm going with the ancient Mayan temple in Thug 2. That one was so cool. Like, I think you just get it when you beat the game. I don't think it's really a secret, like you got to unlock it. Well, you got to unlock it by beating it, but like you don't have to do anything special to get it. But there's no more story mode, and you just get into it, and then there's like all kinds of stuff going on. There's like a demon, and you can like, it's a really interesting stage in the game. I think that one is probably the best secret. Like the chopper drop in Pro Skater 2 is nothing. Pro Skater 3, I don't think there is a secret one. There's like the cruise ship. No, the cruise ship has stuff. Tokyo has stuff. I don't know. That was the best one that came to mind. For unlockable characters, Spider-Man. Because I like Spider-Man, but also he was in Pro Skater 2, and that's pretty cool. Private Carrera. She was in Pro Skater 1, 2, and 3, I think. And she is just like a classic throwback to the old school Pro Skater games I would put in there. And then for my third one, Lil Wayne. I think that would be cool just because, I mean, he does skate. I think he was in Pro Skater 5. I'm pretty sure. But like it'd just be kind of cool to have like something to bring in new people. I mean, he's in his 40s now, right? I think like he's not what the young people are listening to necessarily, but you know, as far as like outreach to new people, I think that would be a good idea. Now for the songs, these are all from 1 through 4. I got Guerrilla Radio. Love that one. When Worlds Collide, Power Man 5000. Those are both from Pro Skater 2. House of the Rising Drum. That was in Pro Skater 4. And my first ever video part, it was just, you know, something I made at home. I used that song. I loved it. Every time that came on the soundtrack in Pro Skater 4, I was excited about it. Express Yourself, NWA. That one, it's just a good song. But again, every time that one came on, I was happy about it. And then Muska Beats with Biz Marquee, Body Rock. That one is just a classic Tony Hawk song because you would never have heard it outside of that. And it's actually pretty good. And it was made by Chad Muska. So those are the songs that I would definitely have to have in there. I know that's not everyone else's list. You have to have not Pretending I'm Superman. That's the documentary. Just the song Superman. That one's not huge for me, but those are my choices. Okay, next question is from Huicide, who says, with a push for sustainability in footwear and for vegans looking for non-animal product shoes, do you think synthetic materials will ever surpass the durability of traditional suede and leather? I ask because a certain skate shoe brand, Cariuma, claims their synthetic suede is 3 times more resistant than animal suede. I find that hard to believe at this point and have yet to try them. So I haven't tried them either. I think, I mean, people have said that name to me before. I've been on their site before, but I haven't gotten any of their shoes. But I do work with a lot of companies in my normal job that do really interesting things. I worked with I'm right now working with a tungsten carbide company, and they make like you could sand stuff with it, like, you know, carving wood and stuff like that with like a tungsten carbide spikes on a thing, and like it lasts forever compared to what you get now, compared to steel or compared to like sandpaper or you know, anything like that. And you can get really fine like sandpaper too, but it's tungsten carbide and it'll last forever. I also worked with a carbon fiber company, and they would like infuse the carbon fiber into was it paint or something? Like you could paint on carbon fiber, but you didn't have to like make a sheet of it. It would like mix into other stuff. And you know, the kinds of things that you can do these days is very impressive. But the problem is, who is going to foot the bill to come up with that, and who is going to, you know, come out with a product that will use it? So I know I've talked about these before, but my favorite shoes I ever had were from Savior, and I skated them for like a year, and they were bulletproof. Like there's no holes in it at all, and like a year of every day or so skating, and like the kickflip spot just kind of turned a different color, and that was it. So like I think this stuff already exists. You could make a shoe that would last forever, but the problem is, you buy a shoe once, and then they're not going to get another sale from you, you know? At least it would last a long time. You know, the sole would still probably lose its grip. But like, that type of thing is possible, and it was more possible before. You know, you could buy a fridge from the 50s, and it still works. You could buy one at the store today, and it'll die in 3 years. That's just, you know, it's designed to fail so that you have to buy more. And shoes would be a really good example of that. You want your shoes to last long enough for people to not complain about it, but not so long that they don't buy another one. So I think that's kind of the big obstacle in making a shoe that lasts a very long time. To me, I think what would have to happen, so like the shoes that you talked about, maybe they do last a very long time, but I'm gonna assume that they don't for the sake of this, because I don't know if they do. But I think it would have to come from a different, like a boot company, you know, like if a boot company made you know, new kind of work boots that last forever, and you could wear them for 10 years at work every single day and they'd be fine. They would have to make something like that, and then skateboarders would have to demand it. You know, like, why don't you make it using this new thing? And that would be the only way we could really get it, I think. But again, with boots, they're getting worse as well. I've seen people complain about that all the time. You used to buy a pair of steel-toe boots, really nice ones, $100, and they'll last you 5 years. Now you last them, and you buy them, and they might last you a month. Things are just going to get worse and worse and worse unless there's a financial reason for the company to do it. So, you know, if they do come out with shoes that will last 3 times as much, expect them to cost 5 times more. That's just kind of how things are. Everything sucks. But on that positive note, that is it for today. If you have questions of your own, go to radratvideo.com and submit them on the form on the homepage, and I will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.